Hey everybody, Wendy Devereaux here. Welcome to my channel. I'm making a piece today with heart-shaped canvases. I'll leave a complete list of all the items that I use in my description box below, and I will point them out as I'm using them. So yeah, you guys, let's get started. Since Valentine's Day is just around the corner, I thought this would be the perfect time to do some heart-shaped canvases. I found these off of Amazon. They come in 2 sets of 3. There's an 8-inch, a 10-inch, and a 12-inch. And I'm just going to use the one set. So there's another set that I have, another set of 3 here, right? And there's about $20 worth of staples on here, but they're very good quality. And then this is a Montmartre oval canvas, an 18 by 26 inch. I get mine from my local Home Sense. It's part of the Marshalls family. And if you like the design that I'm going to make, and you can't get an oval canvas, even a rectangular canvas would look really, really pretty. Okay, so I'm going to paint my oval canvas first. This is going to be the backdrop for my hearts, and it's going to be loaded in crushed glass and glitter. So I'm just going to use an inexpensive paint from Dollar Tree. This is Deep Turquoise, and I've had this paint for a long time, so I don't know what kind of shape it's in. Okay, so for my heart canvases, and I will leave a link in my description box where I bought these off of Amazon. For my larger heart, I'm going to use Peacock Pearl DecoArt Metallic. For my center heart, Teal DecoArt Metallic. And for my small heart, I've got Sea Mist Pearl, also a metallic, craftsmart. And I'm not 100% sure yet on this one. It may be too light. I'll know later on when I paint it. Okay, so I'm going to paint my larger heart here. Okay, I'm going to come up my canvas now with straight brush strokes, but I'm going to start my brush off of the canvas. Okay, so for my center canvas, my medium canvas, I have my teal. Okay, and then again, start my brush off the canvas and come up. If I don't do this, this is what happens, right? I can see that. So it's easier just to start my brush off my canvas and then come up. Okay, and now my 8-inch heart. And like I said, I'm just going to paint it in the Sea Mist Pearl. And I may find that it's too light, but it might not be. Okay, the paint is all dry on my canvases and I'm loving this color combination, and I really love the Sea Mist Pearl. It took me about 5 coats to get full coverage. And now I want to add some of my bling wrap. I'm using the floral shaped bling wrap. I love this stuff. It's so shiny. And what I want to do is do around the sides of all of my canvases, and on my oval I will be putting a row or 2 on the front, and I'm not too sure about my hearts yet. So I have to go ahead and cut out rows of 1. And I'm going to need quite a few of those, so I'll just go ahead and cut those off camera. Okay, for now I think I'm just going to put my bling wrap on the side of my middle-sized heart and my oval. I'm going to leave the other two hearts for now on the side. Just started here, anchor one down. Put a dollop in the center of the flower. Okay, my sides are all done. And now I'm going to add some on the front. Get one anchor down again. Okay, so I've gone as far as I want to with my bling wrap. Now, normally when I glue canvases together and I frame them out, I don't do the frame on the front because I don't want to glue my other canvases onto whatever I'm framing it with, whether it's the bling wrap or the mini mirror tiles. But because of the angle of these hearts, I thought it would be easier just to put bling wrap all the way around, and now I'm going to come back and cut what I don't need out. I'm going to trim some of the canvas off the back here because I don't want it to be the only thing that's glued onto my oval canvas. I want that frame underneath here. Okay, so now I'm going to glue down two of my hearts, the bottom two, not this one yet, because I need to do my crushed glass and glitter backdrop on my oval first. So the first thing I'm going to do, so I make sure that I get my heart in the right spot, I'm just going to outline it so that I know where I need to put it back. I'm just going to add a little bit of hot glue underneath this canvas here rather than cutting it all off. I just want to make sure that when this is glued onto my oval that it's not being held down just by the flap of the canvas underneath here. I have my E6000. I'm going to put it on the inside of my pencil mark. I have to pull out my white E6000. The clear isn't coming out very well. Okay, I'll go ahead and do the same thing with my small heart and then I'll bring you back. Okay, so the next step in this little operation is to add the crushed glass and glitter onto my oval canvas. And then once that's done, I'm going to let it completely dry and then brush it off. And then I will come in and glue this heart on top of these two. It'll just be easier without this one in the way. My crushed glass, I've got my clear crushed filler glass, Ashland brand from Michaels. It just comes in these little jugs here. My glitters, I've got extra fine silver Recollections, Paradise extra fine Recollections, and this is Teal. It's a chunky glitter, Spin It brand. I just have it in a little shaker bottle here. And then I'm going to adhere everything with my TriArt liquid glass. I just have it in a little squeeze bottle here, but this would be a perfect piece to use clear Elmer's glue. Now I want to try and get my liquid glass so that it doesn't cover the paint on this side of the bling wrap, similar to this side here. I'm hoping that I'll be able to do that. If not, I'll just come back in and I'll push it right up to my bling wrap, and you'll see what I mean here in a minute. So because I'm going to do that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring my liquid glass in from the edge, about that far. I have a steady hand until I go to do something like this, and then it gets shaky. And I'm just going to bring it right up to the edge of the heart. And what I'm going to do, so it's easier and quicker, is I'm going to follow that same pattern all the way around with my liquid glass. This will just help me push the liquid glass quicker around my canvas. And I'm going to start with a foam brush, see how that works. I'm just going to push it, kind of even it out. Try to keep the same distance all the way around. Okay, I'm going to start with my crushed glass. This is my chunky teal, and it's too big for the actual shaker part, so I'm going to come up nice and high and do it very slowly so it doesn't pour out. Okay, and then I'm going to take my Paradise. This is one of my absolute favorite glitter colors. And then I'm going to take my extra fine silver. Okay, so this is completely dry and I wanted to brush it off before I added my third heart, just so that I can get in where that third heart is going to be, like in the bottom here. I thought it would be easier for me to do it that way. Look at the sparkle on that crushed glass and glitter. Okay, now I'm going to add my third heart. And I want my third heart to be straight up and down with this oval. Okay, so I don't want to put any pencil marks on these two canvases to outline where I need to put my glue. So this time, because I'm not going to be adding crushed glass and glitter there, I won't be able to hide the line, the pencil mark. So I'm just going to take a little piece of painter's tape here. And then this is going to help guide me where I need to put my glue on the back side of this heart. Okay, so I know that I need to put the glue here and here. And I'm going to force my clear E6000. I don't want to use the white. And then I've just got my hot glue here. And then just kind of eyeball it. Okay, so I'm going to start blinging up my hearts, and it would have been easier to bling them up before I glued them onto my canvas, but I wasn't 100% sure how I was going to decorate them until I had this whole piece together. And I want to define this area here a little bit more. I've got my liquid glass in a little needle nose applicator here. Now I'm going to let that dry before I add my silver glitter because I don't want any on this. I'm going to do the same with this one here. Okay, and then I'm going to take my chunky silver . Okay, and then the extra fine. Okay, and I can continue on with this one. Because there's a lot of curves in this, like my oval canvas and all of my hearts, I don't want to do icicles. I think that would be too hard. So I'm going to stay in a curve. Okay, and then push it up to the edge of my canvas. Okay, and I'm going to take my crushed glass. Let's see if I can't get some bigger pieces here and plop them down with the mirror side up. Okay, and then my silver chunky again. And my extra fine silver. Okay, now let's do this one. So I'm going to use my needle nose. I'll have better control on this one. Okay, I'll take my silver chunky. Now this one I'm going to add some paradise to it. Extra fine silver. Okay, and then finish off with my paradise. Got to be careful, I don't have much of this left. Yep, that's it. I thought I had picked up another one of these. It's usually what I do when I'm low on one that I really like, but I didn't. Okay, all done. No more of that. Okay, that's as far as I can go right now. I need to let this dry. Okay, this is all dry, and now I'm going to brush it off. Rather than brushing it into my bucket, I'm just going to scoop it into little piles here. Okay, I'm going to give this a quick vacuum. So this is one of those projects that is growing organically for me. It's so much fun blinging up these hearts. And now that I have this brushed off again, I do want to add more bling to these two hearts as well as this one here. But now I can see it better, right? And I really want to bling this out. So I'm going to take my liquid glass. And I'm going to take my chunky silver. And my extra fine. And I want to brush that away here. Now I'm going to follow the frame of this heart. May need to touch that up after I brush it off. I'm going to take my teal. Oops. Oh, big holes in the shaker. I may regret doing that. Okay, I'm just going to come over here. Take my chunky. And my extra fine. Okay, for my small heart, I'm going to put a thin layer of liquid glass on the whole thing. I'm going to take my chunky silver, and I want it heavier on top and then starting to taper off at the bottom of the heart. And I'm going to do the same with my extra fine. Okay, I'm going to let this all dry and I'll brush it off camera, and then I know I need to fix this heart. Okay, so I should have stuck with my original plan. I was just going to add silver here and then outline this a bit. Instead, I added that teal, and I do not like that. So all I'm going to do is cover that up with some silver glitter. My liquid glass is not cooperating. It flowed down too far here, so then I had to add some wigglies, and I actually think I'm going to like this. Now I have these brooches and flat back gems. I picked these up from totallydazzled.com probably 2 years ago, and they're so pretty. I love this color, but unfortunately I went on their website and it doesn't look like they carry this color anymore. But a great source for brooches and things like this, if you like putting it on your pieces, thrift stores and even dollar stores. Look at this little heart. I think I'm going to add them like so on my canvas. Now this one here is a brooch, and if you use a brooch, you can just clip off the back. Just like so. Just going to take my hot glue gun Okay, everybody, here's the finished look. This is one blinged out piece of wall art. It's more like wall jewelry. I absolutely love it. I love these little heart canvases, and you can decorate them any way your imagination takes you. I've got to turn off my one lighting because it's casting a lot of shadows. Bring you in nice and close here. I like this area right here. Oh, this is so sparkly. And I outlined this little heart with the silver glitter as well. It just needed something extra. If I had it to do over again, I would have added some gloss finish Mod Podge on my oval canvas just to make this part shiny. Let's give you a look from the side. I really love this color combination with the teal and the turquoise. So yeah, you guys, if you've enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps my channel. It feeds the algorithm and it lets me know that you like this type of a video. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, hit that little notification bell, and you will be notified when I upload all my future videos. And as always, you guys, I so appreciate you taking the time to watch, and God bless.